here this morning, bringing you your tech tip, daily tech tip for this morning. And today's tech tip is about Google Sites, creating your own site. So we're going to get started with that. And the first thing you want to do is go to your Google page, google.com, up here in the address bar. And once you have done that, you open up, and you may already be in your account here. I'm going to go ahead and type that in for you. Sorry. So that opens that up to this page where your site would be if you're already signed up for an account. You can see that you can change accounts too if you want to change to a different account, whichever site you want account you want to put the site to. So the first thing you want to do is just go to your apps box here and click on that. And it should be in the suite here, and if it's not, because I did have to go get mine on this one, it was on my other account but not this one, so just click more and even more. This is where I had to go to get it. So once you're over on this side and you scroll down, and down here where the rest of your home and office items are, like your calendar, drawings, and docs and all of that, you'll see sites. So you want to click on that, and once you've clicked on that, then you can it'll show up in your suite, but it will give you the question, do you want to add this to your suite? So you definitely want to click on that if you plan on using this very often. So go ahead and click on that, and that starts you into the page where you can actually create your site. So one great little tip too for you all is that if you come over here to the top right hand corner where the wheel is next to the arrow, click on that, and there's a drop down box that gives you Sites Help. You can click on that, and you can see you have the option to manage your site to your own domain, guide to different page types, insufficient privileges, create a site, select a location for your site, and even more with Help Center and things like that. So you're never at a loss for help on getting these created. It's pretty easy to do. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and create our site. Click Create, and here you have the option to choose a blank template or ones that have already been created. Just a fair warning here that if you use a template, just like if you use a template in Word programs and stuff like that, it can be a little cumbersome. Just for example, you can see that this one's up here because I actually tried using that one, and don't worry, that's another good thing, that if you ever try one and you get it started and you don't like it, you still can delete it and things like that too. So anyway, I did open that up and try to use it, and it wasn't very user friendly. It wouldn't let me delete the picture, things like that. So that's kind of just a there to help you know that you may not want to choose that one. So I'm going to go with, and first of all, you want to name your site, and it will tell you want to keep it within something that's going to work for you. It will tell you if it's not available. So, and as you type up here in the name your site, you're also going to see that it's putting it down here. So, and then after you've done that, you can come on down here and select a theme. So you see you can have some background choices, some things that might make your site a little bit more pleasurable to look at. Let's see which one I might choose. Kind of like the schoolhouse over here. That's one of my favorite colors too, so I think I'll go with that for now. And we'll choose that one. Let me keep that. And once you've done all of that, and this is showing you what your location, your URL address is going to be, so when you give it out to other people. And then we're going to find out if it's acceptable, because it's not until you actually get down here and type in your code, which these things are so silly, that you will find out whether or not it is one that can be used, that's available. Alright, click enter, and I think this this may not be one that's available. Since it didn't go on through, let's go up here and see if there's any messages. Well, no, it's not that. It's actually that I did not type that in right. Don't you love that? All right, so T-I-O-N-I. Just making sure that we're not robots. Okay, just to save you the trouble of watching me go back and try that, I paused that for a moment. And it did not take my name. It actually made me add a K to it. So as you can see, I had to go back and change it to Miss K Bogard. So that's the name of my site. So with that said, now that we have our site open, you can see you now have your home page. And up here in this top right-hand bar here, you have the option, as I hover over them, to edit, add a page, and then you have your more actions and your menu items here. So all you have to do is to get started is just, start typing. If you want to edit, you want to just go ahead and click the edit page. I'm sorry, edit icon. And that opens up just like, what we're used to in our docs and things like that in that type of a platform. So I'm going to keep this as my home page. So I'm going to actually, tell a little bit about myself, like welcome, things like that. I'm going to type that in. So in this little paragraph here for your home page, you probably want to put a little bit about yourself, and you would probably want to insert a picture at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and insert an image. You upload images. And it's going to take you to your, files on your computer to upload an image. And I do have a picture on here, so it's just a matter of finding it. Here we go. So it's allowed me, and it may come in pretty big, so just be careful with them. Once it comes in, just don't freak out. We'll be able to fix that. And look at it. There we go. So it's there, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And see here, it's huge. So we're going to change this image. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We want to change, whoops, I took it away. All right, so let's try that again. All right, this is my first time doing that, as you can tell. So let's go ahead and bring it back. We want this image, bring it back. So we're all new to these things, and it's one thing, it's just a matter of going and trying it. So yeah, that's way too huge. So hopefully it's going to let me change the size of this. Okay, here again, as I'm learning, I pause it so that I can avoid you having to watch me try to figure these things out. But here we go. All I had to do, the picture's small again, and all I had to do was click on the picture, and it opens up this drop-down box here that gives you options. As I click change, it took me back to change the link. I'm assuming that this would be something where you could change the size of your link. What helped it to change the size of my picture is, you can see down here, it gives you the option to align left, center, or align right, and then you have the option to make it small, medium, or large, or go back to your original. You hover over and you can see that you can do the wrap on. That's how you can just wrap text around your picture, or wrap it off. And then here's to remove the picture, which we do not want to do because we actually finally have it where we want it. And so I probably do want to do the wrap text. That just makes it possible for my text to come up here to the side rather than have to go around it. So anyway, to add pages, the next step would be to add pages. So we want to go back up here in the top. I'm sorry, go over here. We need our little dialog box is what I'm looking for here. There should be a little dialog box up here that I had before that said add and edit and all of that. So Okay, we're on the home page here, and I want to show you that your options up here gives you the option when you go to insert, you can insert, you can insert an image, a link, a table of contents, subpage listing, horizontal, recent post, recently updated files, recent list items, text box, more gadgets. The more gadgets, it gives you options to add things from other pages, like posts that you've got maybe on a blog page somewhere else. You can definitely go get your calendar and embed that on your site. News stories, things like that. It's really all-encompassing of several different things. You can add your YouTube video that you've had, maybe a Twitter widget, things like that. Which would be really great if you want to add your Twitter address, things like that. So this is where you would add those type of things to your website. Go out of that. I'll go back to this just to show you some different things here that's still available to you. App, script, calendar, you can add just the calendar. Gadgets, there's different ways you can do that. If you want to add something from your Google Drive, whether it be a document, a presentation, anything like that, anything from your Google Plus account. Maybe you've got some photos saved over there, group hangouts, things like that, a map, or here again the YouTube. So there's unlimited amounts of things that you can actually add to your site. And of course, here's your formatting, just like your Microsoft Word would have, and your table. Just that's kind of familiar to spreadsheets. Word does have that as well, and how you want it laid out. So maybe if you want it to be 2 columns, or how you want your page to look, and then of course our help. So with that said, I'm going to go to over here into the left bar and click on the site map. As you can see, this is where you would go to manage all your pages, and so far you can see all I have is my home page. And then when I go to add a page, all I have to do is go up here to the the right hand top corner, and I hover over this page that has a plus sign on it. You can see as I hover over it, it gives you the option to click a new page. So that's going to give me a new page. And when that opens up, you have some options to do here. You can name your page. So let's see what I want to name this page. Trying to think, because I want this to be something I'm actually going to make this page. As I was talking around with some of the people, that I was saying that I was going to create a page where let's just name this one Tech Tips, where we as Kenzie and I have given you different things during our placement here. I wanted to put a page up for that, and I was going to put a page up to those of you that have responded back to us as a thank you to you, and show that we appreciate that you have given us feedback. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and name this page Tech Tips. So you can select here. You can select a template for this page, just like you did for your main page. You can make it an announcements page. You can make it a file cabinet page, or a list page. And to give you a little bit of an insight of what those actually mean, let me give you some descriptions of that. So please. Okay, if you choose the web page option here, it's just a basic blank web page. It lets you add all sorts of things to it later, such as text, pictures, maps, docs, gadgets, calendars, more as we have already talked about. If you go with the announcements option, this page allows you to add chronological posts for news and announcements. This can be used as a blog page or for class news to highlight recent student work or more. And then you have the option of a file cabinet. So this page lets you upload files or links to files that are already online. So you can put in links and things like that. And this could be used for common forms, class notes, study guides, example student work, or newsletters, and other things like that. And then here, of course, your list gives you the option to create and edit a list of data in a table format. So for example, educational links that you maybe want to share with someone. This might be a page where I would add stuff like the apps user groups website that I've shared with you all at the workshops. That has every resource that a teacher would need as far as Google Docs and the Google platform. And you might want to be able to list things such as your upcoming events and things like that. So that kind of gives you an idea. I'm going to go ahead and just do this one as a web page because I feel like that I'm going to want to add some pictures and things like that, is what it gave me the option up here with the web page. It says you can add text, pictures, maps, calendars, things like that. So I'm kind of leaving that one open to the web page so that I have more freedom with that. So this right here, this put page at a top level, or put the page under home, or you can choose a different location. That when you choose a different location, it lets you see your site, you know, the manage sites thing, so you can kind of choose exactly where you want it to go. So the difference between, and this is, I'm kind of a little confused on this one, so we're going to learn this one actually together because my understanding would be I want to put it under the home. But as I read through my tips and the handout that I have, which I will definitely add to when I send it to you today, the step-by-step in the paper format as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just put it under my home right now because I really want it to go under my home tab. But as I read through, it kind of made me believe that you want to choose this one. So anyway, that's where I'm going to choose right now, and we'll see. And good thing about that is you can actually go back and manage your sites, so you can't ever make a wrong choice that you can't fix later on. So we're going to go ahead and create this page. As you can see, it's giving you that option, and this is exactly what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to put it under my home page, so I'm thinking we made a right choice there. So we'll see as we go ahead and get it finished and get it all done. So as you can see here, we've got a new page, we've got some options here, and I can, you know, post comments, add files. Everything's the same as what my first page was, and looks pretty good. So with that said, I think that pretty much gives you an overview. There's a lot more that you can do with Google Sites, but I feel like that this is a good overview to get started with, and I will be giving you the handout, the step-by-step handout, so that'll help you do the things that you want to do further into it. So hopefully that helps, and I hope you enjoyed your tech tip for today. And it's so sad to say that this was my last tech tip for you. So stay in touch and enjoy your Thursday. Have a great day.